White people should be able to say the N-word if it's used in the right way. If they're using it to tell a story and tell you about a compelling thing where they felt they were helping a black and brown person, they should be able to say it. If they're an artist and they're using racism to tell why racism is wrong, then they should be able to use it as an artist. This is what my friend thought when she decided to tell me a story as we had a conversation back and forth of a time period where she used the N-word on stage about her life's journey. Now, in the same context, move forward to this time period that we're living in now, this present moment, a couple of days ago. We were in text message and she felt the need to express what I needed to do with one of my projects. And I set a boundary with her and told her I didn't want her opinion on the project because honestly, I didn't think that she needed to give me an opinion about a project dealing with Black history, as she is a white woman. And so I used this example to her. I said, well, when you decided to use on stage the N-word, I was offended being the only Black person in the audience. I know you were trying to address it in a compelling way, about a step on racism and how you felt about that situation. But I didn't necessarily care for it. And I think you could have just said the N-word. She then told me that it needed to be said in that moment. In the text message, she used the word N-I-G-G-E-R. And I said, even in this moment, you still don't get the point because you just said the word. I said, it's so programmed in your head to say that word that you see no wrong in saying it to me right now. And I checked myself. I said, I'm not triggered. But I said, you know what? Racism is so programmed in my mind and in her mind where she couldn't see where I was coming from. A couple days ago, I did a video and I talked about how one of my friends and I had a conversation, an odds of agreement on something. And so once I put the video out, I knew she was going to watch it. And I know in this moment that you're going to watch this one too. And then she texted me, she said, I'm glad I allowed you to feel, to find your voice. And I want to say this to you on camera, because we're going to keep this story going for a second. You didn't give me a voice. You didn't give me a platform. You didn't give me this moment, right? Your ancestors didn't give me the moment. I created the life that I wanted to see. And I know that you have an opinion on what I need to do with the James Baldwin Project. But as a white woman, I need you to have a step back and watch the process. Because without you giving your opinion, which I said to you, this is the boundary. This is where it's going. The project is still going to move forward. It's still going to be manifested. I still love you. I still value our friendship. But I do not feel like you understand, and will you ever understand what it is to be a Black and brown person. I say to this again, your ancestors hung mine from trees. And my ancestors weren't perfect either. But for us to really move forward and see each other, I want you to be bold and I want you to put out a video addressing this same situation. Because the only way that we can really move past this, white people, Black people, going at odds, having these conversations, is to really have uncomfortable conversations. And I'm going to say this, for the algorithm to allow us to have uncomfortable conversations, to get to a fluidity into a flow. It's not going to go away just because we think positive and because someone has a narrative and another person has a narrative. So, white people should be able to say the N-word. Or we should be able to sit down at a motherfucking table and have an uncomfortable conversation about our pain. Oh, shana-da-boo-ba!